One of the most important cues that we use on almost every exercise, a feeling that we want you to master, especially the golfer, is rib cage retraction, and here's why. So if you were to look at a slow motion down the line video of any of your favorite tour professionals, and you were to put an imaginary line on their back and at their hip at address, you would notice as they take their backswing that their right hip will go behind the line and their rib cage will go behind the line. But as they go towards impact, they stay at that line and go back even more as they go back towards impact. So why is that? It's because these players have very good rib cage compliance, meaning they're able to control their abs through respiration so their center mass can go back behind them so they can clear their hands and their hips can be stable coming through. What we see typically with most amateur golfers is that they have poor breath control, they have poor rib cage compliance. That means their center mass is going to pull them forward. So we see a lot of early extension, over the top. They don't know how to use their abs, so we see a lot of back pain and hip pain because they're not able to keep their center mass at least at or behind that imaginary line we talked about. So one of the very best exercises to help you feel rib cage retraction through respiration is called a club reach. So I'm going to start with my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to reach the club out. Feel like you're pulling that club apart. Take a deep breath of air in through the nose. As you exhale, pull that rib cage back behind you. Lock in that position, breathe in again. And repeat for 4 to 5 breaths. One of the most common mistakes we see, not just with the standing bar reach, but other exercises where we're trying to get expansion moving backwards, is that people like to round through their spine. Remember, we're trying to get flexion through respiration. We don't want to lose any height in the spine and round. We want to make sure that we pull the rib cage back to feel the abs. Take a deep breath of air in and get that flexion through respiration. Another way we can feel that rib cage go back in space is a banded wall reach. So we have the wall for support. Obviously our rib cage can't go back behind the line, but this helps you feel your abs and low back push into the wall as you breathe out, so you get that sense of abdominal control through respiration. So you're going to reach the band. It should be underneath the armpits. Take a deep breath of air in. Exhale, pull the rib cage back into the wall. Lock in that position. Breathe in, eyes up, reach down. Exhale. Breathe out. And finally, another way to improve ribcage retraction is blowing up balloons. I know it sounds a little weird, but when we blow up a balloon, it actually helps you improve intra-abdominal control. It allows that diaphragm to move more freely, and it allows you to keep that contraction with your abs. This is something that Jason Day even did early in his career when he had debilitating back pain. And he'd honestly tell you to this day that probably saved his career. So when you blow up balloons, you don't want to pinch the balloon. You probably want to make sure you blow it up a couple times so you get some resistance out, but you're just going to hold it in one hand, retract the rib cage up, so in doing that, you want to fully exhale all that air out you have into the balloon. Pause your breath, make sure you're breathing in through the nose and retracting that rib cage back.